Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. For FPS monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to download this software, there's a link down in the description, and if you want to support me, there are Humble and Amazon affiliate links down in the description as well. So Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, I'll be doing 1080p, 900p, 720p, 1440p and 4K. To skip none of those sections of the video, check the description below. So first of all, I'm testing this game. Just to remind you that Ubisoft at the moment, at the time I'm uploading this video, is giving it away for free, so just follow the link down in the description to get this game for free. But if you're from the future, maybe from later than December the 18th from 2017, that means that you're very late, so you won't get the free game, but at least you can see the performance that I'm showing you. So first of all, I'll show you 1080p on the G4560. Since I'm also testing the Ryzen 3 1200 processor, it's just to show you that there's not much of a difference at all in performance here. It seems to be more GPU bound this time around. So I'll try to get 60 frames per second. For that, I'll lower environment quality to high, shadows to high, reflections to normal. I'll turn off motion blur. I'll keep ambient occlusion on HBAO plus low, God rays on low, volumetric fog enabled, and the rest turned off. Don't even think about enabling physics particles. Those destroy the frame rate, and it's not a huge visual uplift. When there's smoke or something like that, it's more dynamic and it has shadows, but it destroys performance. It doesn't even use the GPU correctly when physics is enabled. But mostly the options that destroy the frame rate are God rays, ambient occlusion, shadows, and environment quality. Environment quality on very high also enables tessellation, other than the draw distance and extra foliage, so that's why it kills performance most of the time. And while God rays from high to low is way more stable. We also have soft shadows, which are just softer shadows that are more demanding, so if you can avoid them, it will be better for your performance overall. So on 1080p it was possible to be between 50 and 60 frames per second with these settings I selected, but it won't be perfect all the time. That's why I said 50 to 60. Sometimes it doesn't even use the GPU at the maximum potential, and that doesn't seem to be a CPU related issue because the CPU usage is very low. So it seems to be just a thing with optimization. This game is also capped at 60 frames per second, so when I'm talking about low GPU usage, I meant about when it drops below 60 frames per second. Most of the time the GPU usage is still lower than 90%, but it's not CPU related, so that's why it's weird. I run into that issue mostly on the open areas that you can just run into, where there's a lot of foliage, a lot of trees. That's why I'm running around those areas first, and then I just show you naval battles. Those aren't as demanding due to less foliage being shown. When there's rain and there are explosions and all that kind of stuff just combined, you'll see a bigger hit to the frame rate. Unfortunately, I couldn't use rain all the time because it was random. But well, on 1080p I show you that, then I show you the maximum settings to see it drops below 60 frames per second. And then on 900p and 720p I'll do exactly the same thing. I'll show you the 60 frames per second configuration, and then I show you maximum settings. On 720p, maximum settings was enough to be over 50 frames per second, so I didn't see any reason to tweak anything at all. Then at 1440p, I show you a 30-ish FPS configuration while running around. And then I just briefly show you the lowest settings, since that's the only way to be close to 60 frames per second at 1440p, but the game looks significantly worse. And finally at 4K, by using the lowest settings, I was able to get 30-ish FPS while running around on the island. But once I got into an naval battle with a lot of rain, explosions, and that kind of stuff, I got drops into the 20s. But I just recommend avoiding 4K because it drops below 30 frames per second on very intensive scenes. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Nice tar.
It's a sum! We'll need the carpenter to fix that!
Ready to fire, sir! Now, sword sail!
Take them all in! Full!
And up!
Use chain shot to slow her!
Fire!
Beat it, go!
The wind!
Ready to go! Force them into the
Drag them to that goon!
Hold there, Captain!
Fire! Scuffle's ready! Keep the yards off the wind!
Keep them off our deck! Who's that foot here? Die!
You need to vanish, friend. Fasten yourselves!
Dying, can we?
Loose all, let's move! Enemy's firing!
We're bound to the ship, Captain!
Incoming fire! All in the stunsail! Bring them in for a steely kiss!
Yeah. Toss the mains! Muzzle them!
Shall we board, Captain? Give me some speed! Ease off the wind!
Ease the main! Muzzle the gallants!
Sail down! Pull them in with a will! Jack's coming and he's bringing
Just one of the squads that's firm on deck! We're ready, sir! Sir, to starboard! Some sort of cargo there, sir!
We'll be the death of you! Eat her sticks!
Bring them up tight! Come and hard tonight!
Grappling hooks away! That's to the prize!